Welcome back to Project Light's Awareness Spotlight. I'm Sherry. Throughout January, we've been talking about how human trafficking doesn't happen in isolation. More often than not, it begins with a relationship. And Pam, sometimes those relationships start online.
And Sherry, what's especially concerning is how often we're seeing this reflected in the local news. These aren't distant stories, they're actually real risk in our own communities.
You know, that's right. Recently, authorities in North Carolina searched for a missing 14-year-old boy, Gideon Ferguson. As part of the investigation, the FBI reviewed online and gaming activity. Thankfully, Gideon was found not far from his home. But you know, I also recently learned of another teenage boy, just 13 years old, who went missing here in Rowan County in late December. You know, the details in these cases are still developing, but they highlight a very important reality. Online interactions with unknown adults can carry serious risk for young people.
And that raises an important question. Why are predators using gaming and social media to target kids? Aren't they supposed to be safe spaces for them?
Well, you know, they can be. Millions of kids connect, play, communicate through gaming and social platforms, and many of those interactions are positive. But without safeguards and supervision, those spaces can also be used for grooming and exploitation. You know, grooming is when somebody slowly builds trust and an emotional connection with the kid in order to manipulate or harm them. Often long before the parents or their caregivers realize what's happening.
And unfortunately, some kids are more vulnerable than others.
That's true. You know, young people who feel isolated, lack consistent adult support, spend time in unsupervised digital spaces are more often targeted. You know, predators are skilled at blending in. They mirror youth culture and language, which can make inappropriate behavior feel almost normal, or harder for kids to recognize as unsafe.
So what are some warning signs parents or guardians should be looking for?
Well, some possible red flags include like a new secretive relationship with an adult, sudden changes in screen habits, unexplained gifts or attention from someone online, a reluctance to talk about who they're communicating with. You know, but this does not automatically mean something harmful is happening. But they are reasons to pause, check in, and have thoughtful conversations.
As we wrap up, what guidance can we leave with parents in our community?
Well, first, keep communication open. Ask about the games that your kids are playing and who they're interacting with. Take time, and I know this sounds overwhelming, but take time to learn the platforms and the privacy settings that are available. Many of these platforms offer tools that can help protect kids. And don't underestimate the importance of safe, trusted adults in your child's life, both online and offline. Teaching clear digital boundaries is key. Kids should never share personal information.
And to any young person watching, if something doesn't feel right, whether it's pressure, gifts, secrets, tell someone, tell a trusted adult.
Exactly. Awareness is not about creating fear, it's about creating protection. When we understand how online grooming can begin, we're better equipped to keep kids safe before harm ever occurs. As always, stay connected with Project Light and share this video to help others understand the risks that youth face online. Project Light exists to reach the vulnerable, rescue the exploited, and restore the survivor. Thank you for watching, and thank you for caring.